Good morning, my valued viewers. Straight into last week's sales, then what's going out, then what I picked up. Canon 128 megabyte full-size SD card. Yeah, $6.99. Lego Harry Potter book. It's just the instruction booklet on how to make the actual item. $4.49 delivered. XD card, that was a 128 megabyte Fujifilm, $19.49 delivered. Sony DHC MD333 CD and mini disc player, spares or repair, $25.49 delivered. Right, that's as far as it goes for what I'd already shown you in sales in the last video. Now we're going to go into sales that were from last week but you haven't seen, so really start from here. If you're a regular viewer, talking about regular viewers and non-regular viewers, I've had loads more subscriptions this week. Thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope to make you enjoy and educate and help with a few hints and tips here and there. If you're not subscribed, you're welcome. Anyway, so we're going to go into what I haven't shown you from last week's sales, and then, yeah, same again. I won't point anymore. You know it's going to be somewhere on screen. Seiko ER600 Concise Oxford Dictionary. I think this is the 6th one out of the first 12 that I bought, and that's another thing. Yeah, to be coming on later in the video. Replacement BT switching power supply. This was for, actually have it on the side somewhere, a BT hub that doesn't have feet. I found out that a BT hub like this sells for about £9 delivered. So the power supply sells for $6.99 plus delivery. So I got $11.19 for just the power supply, and I now have a hub without feet that's out of date anyway. So that's probably just going to be salvage for the gold. It's not very much gold. It just goes in a big pile. In the end, I will get around to selling all the little bits for gold. XD 128 megabyte Fujifilm version, $19.49. Nice. I get about £14 out of that after all fees and costs and delivery. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 15. Willow Tree Chrysalis. Here we go. Now last week I showed you, and I'll stand here and you can have a replay of last week's video. Chrysalis. But unfortunately, they didn't pay. Right, that should be long enough. Yeah, didn't sell. So, anyway, she came back to me later in the week and she said, would I be able to buy it again? Because it's not working. I can't pay for it. So I said, yeah, no problem. But I didn't send her a discount this time. None of that business. I left it at full price and she had to pay full price. $12.99 instead of $11.99. Plus postage. She paid, and then 20 minutes later, she sent me a message saying, oh, I see you've got some others. Could I have them as well? Could I have them delivered in the same box and pay less postage? And I'm like, yeah, of course you can. No problem at all. In fact, I'll reduce the prices of delivery on your invoice. When you buy them, put them in your carriage. Oh, what a hassle eBay can be at times. You know what I'm talking about. Because there was offers out to other people, I couldn't reduce the postages. I couldn't change them at all. So I thought, well, I can reduce the price, but the offers are out to other people. How do I do this? I said, you're just going to have to pay full price and I'll give you a discount. It took me about half an hour's back and forth with her to work this one out. But she couldn't pay at first. She said she couldn't. She'd put them in the car, in her basket, and she couldn't pay. So fair enough. Anyway, this was getting on late on night. It was 11 o'clock. So anyway, she stopped answering and I left it at that. with the message that if she'd pay full price, I would give her a discount on all the postage and go in the same box. But she didn't. Fair enough. Anyway, next was Stop Lock. $16.95 plus postage, $22.99, which is nearly as much as you get for a full price one in a box, which is, I was impressed. I think it's because it's the version which had a reflector in, so that people can see that it's got the stop lock on, less likely to break a window and then find out it's got a stop lock on. Warhammer Codex, I knew this would go well, but it didn't go as well as I'd hoped. I was hoping for £10 plus postage. I got $7.49, which is $10.99 including postage. Well, I'm alright with that. It only costs £1. This was a good one, and this is number 7 out of the 12, I believe. Seiko ER6100 Concise Oxford Dictionary, Thesaurus and Spell Checker. I saw Pete Cummings' video and I see he picked up about 3 or 4. So, yeah, they're always good. Anyway, I got $56.99. Plus postage, £61.19. So that paid for more than half of all the ones I'd bought up to that point. I say up to that point, leading into the fact that there might be some more coming on in the future. And then the lady who'd bought all the who'd asked about all the Willow Tree figures bought some more. Yeah, unfortunately it was straight after I'd posted the one on its own. But she had bought 3 at full price. So as I'd offered her to discount all the postage off, that's what I did. I honoured that. I sent her £12.60 back and then paid the postage myself, which is only going to be £4 or so, including wrapping materials and fees. So I give her the £12.60 back, and it came to £39.85 with me paying the postage. And yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Don't forget it cost me £22 each, so £6 into 40. Minus all the fees, minus the delivery cost. It comes to about £25 profit. I'm happy with that. Next was Disney Universe. It's just a £1 game that I sold for £3.48. So actually, I think it cost me it was one of the 3 for £1 for a couple of weeks ago. So virtually free, but I still only make 50% of that turnover. This was nice. I mentioned it last week. I'd been keeping hold of this Sony TV because it was so useful for testing things. You could test any game you liked. It had all the contour, all the RCA, the SCART, the red, blue, green, but they don't call it that. They call it CMYK and something else. And it had S-Video, VGA for a monitor, for an old laptop or whatever, an old PC. £45.01 on an offer. Somebody sent me an offer, £45.01. It was up at £49.99, and it worked very well with the £9.99 postage, so it came to £55. 512 Cactus SD card, standard, slow, full size SD card. It's $3.69 instead of $3.99. Very happy with that. In fact, I had sold something else out of that bundle. I think I have 1 item left now. 1 out of all the 22 cards that I bought in that bundle. So I'm something like maybe £7 off my original maximum estimate, which is really good. Panasonic DMP BD45 Blu-ray player. I de-regionalised it, made it multi-region, and flogged that for $42.99 on an offer I sent out from $49.99. They paid the postage on top, so they paid £50.98. Yeah. Fujifilm 16MB XD. You know, it's excellent. and that is the first thing going out today. 16 megabytes. Obviously 115 postage. That includes an envelope. No, it doesn't. It's 115 plus an envelope. Never mind. The next thing going out today was this. Yeah, this. It's called Ideal Works Super Grip, and as you can see what it is, I won't take it out of the box. It's just basically a suction wall. It sucks to tiles or plastic panels, so you can get out the bath. Quite handy if you've needed one. I've got them built into the bloody bath. Never mind. We bought from that bundle, that wee bundle last week, and I got £6.95 for that. 75p postage in an envelope, 10p, so 85p delivery cost. Leaves £6.10, about £1 for eBay, so £5 out of that, not bad. £5 profit, leaving my wee bundle to have cost £7 in total up to now. And then I got 2 more disc onlys, but these have always been disc only. They're PlayStation official demo discs from the magazine, PlayStation official magazine. So these 2 were £2.95 each, and they'll go again in a card backed envelope. So I'm saving myself £1.20 there, £1.25 I suppose. Yes, £2.95 each. I believe I bought those for about £2 for about 25 of them. I've got others listed, but there's not 25 left. I sold some individually before I put them on the listing. Let's just have a look at the listing. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I've got more than 9. Anyway, it says I've got 9 left. That's okay. And the last thing of the week was your Breville hot cup. Never even been out of the box. Cost me £3 a few weeks back. And yeah, that's sold for 25 plus postage, £31 in total. Yeah, so this week's total, oh sorry, last week's total, is the one I'm telling you about this week, is there, £479.99, which is so much better than last week and the week before. It's not 600, which is what I was aiming for, but you know, near enough 500 is pretty good. The rest of what's going out isn't a lot, which is one of the reasons I've got time to show you some other things. So 50 pink purple poker chips. These are the loose ones. I've just done them, and they're some of them were a bit discoloured, so I've put 30 in instead of, sorry, I've put 60 in instead of 50, in case any of the ones I've put in I've missed. I have weeded out some of the they weren't so much discoloured as somebody spilt something on the edges and it had gone brown, and probably cleaned up, it'd be fine, but I can't be asked with cleaning them. I've put 60 in instead of 50 just in case of that, and I'll just say it's a bonus, and they can't complain that 5 of them were dirty. And this little chap, not a very good way to picture it. I'll show you a picture from last week. The Logitech Harmony 665's just been bought this morning, £65 plus postage, £69.20. Going international on GSP, they paid another £16 on top of that. Let me just see whether I can find out the, not the full address, just the country. It's Austria, AT, and I hope they enjoy it, just in case they see the video. You never know, do you? Enthusiasm and all that. And that's what's going out today. And up to now this week we are talking not a huge amount. £115.20. But as I say, one of those items. Oh, I also sold, yeah, a 4 megabyte, which is the last item from that last bundle, the memory card bundle from the previous video. But they haven't paid, and then they messaged me and cancelled. Such is life. It's you know, it's not a big deal, really. It was only £8.79, but yeah, they haven't paid. I mean, they've cancelled. So such is life. Hoping for another big week this week. So yesterday's pickups, I'm doing it all in one go here because it's all in front of me. It's not a big weekend. First thing, I went to North Cave and Hull because it rained overnight. I knew it wasn't going to be busy, and I thought I'm not going to put the effort in to drive 40 odd miles. The nearest next good one would have been Whitley Bridge, which is the A19 crossover with the A63, and there's a little school lane just off the motorway. Well, it's not a motorway, it's two-way roads. And yeah, I decided against that. And yeah, because it had rained overnight, I knew it wasn't going to be a busy one. And plus, it's very muddy there. There's no grass, it's all mud, except for the bit where it's like paved. So I decided against that one. So I went to North Cave, and that was a dismal turnout. I got there late, 6:30ish, and there was maybe 8 cars. And then before I left, there was maybe 15, maybe 18. It was pretty dismal. And as they came in, I thought to myself, nah, it's just time to go. What I did get something. I got 10 rolls of wallpaper, Laura Ashley. I got 6 of these, Laura Ashley Wisteria. All matching batches, which is nice. And 6 of these which aren't, and 4 of these which aren't as nice. Blythe. If you have a close look, there's no pattern, it's just a sort of darker green pinstripe over a lighter green background. And that's all there is on it. Boring. But it's Laura Ashley, so I'm going to sell it as Laura Ashley. And hopefully I'll get... Well, this wisteria is quite a popular one. And this is a duck egg and pistachio colouring. Sort of, you know, you can see it's like green and blues. And with the odd bit of pink in it. Hopefully they'll go quite well, and I paid £15 for the 10 rolls. I actually paid £5 for 3, and then he called me back as I was leaving, and he said, I've got some more over there. And they just happened to match, which was really nice. So I bought another £5 for the other 3 wisteria, and £4 for the 4 duck egg ones. So it worked out at £15 for the 10. Yeah, not bad. And then I left and I went to Hull. Again, there was about a third the normal turnout. Really quiet. There was huge big swathes of empty space, which is not what normally happens. Hardly any people, homeowners, who were trying to clear their rubbish out, or what they consider rubbish. Anyway, I got these. There was elastic band together. He wanted £5 for the 3 inks. These are Epson. They're all sealed, but they're all out of date. So I've got a 22, yeah, March 22 black. We've got a October 2018 yellow. And we've got a November 21 blue. They're all XXL though, massive boxes for the ink. For a popular printer, so I'm going to go with £11.99, £8.99, and the yellow £7.79. I think maybe £7.99. I've just photographed them. They're going on in the next, before I edit the video, after I finish the video, so hour or so. Yeah, they weren't bad. And then I got these as well. 2 Roberts radio. This is a Roberts, it's down on the bottom somewhere, R993, 9993. These were absolutely covered in mud. They were in a clearance box and everything in the box was muddy. You know, that thin wet mud, like somebody splashed what come off the underside of somebody's boots, that type of mud all over them. So yeah, I've cleaned them up and they look really quite good, but there is some marks underneath the dirt. They're both working fine though. This works on 4 AA's. I've sold this one recently, this model, and I got something like £16 plus delivery, but the white one's not as popular, such is life, and I'll be lucky to get £9 for that plus postage. I might only get 8, and I paid £3, so it's not particularly good. Paid 3 for this. I should get £11.99 plus postage on this one. It's a bit bigger. Took a lot more cleaning, mind you. It's got a nice, put the aerial up, it's actually got a nice aerial with an end on. There's a slight bend on it, dented the pipe that the aerial's made of. There isn't anything to be done about it. I'm not going to replace it for that money. They're about £2.50, but you've got to order 2 or 3 and get them from China. It's just not worth the hassle. And then what was the other thing I bought? Oh yeah, some super glue. It's in one of the bags down here, but it's a bigger bottle and I paid £2, and it's basically just going to be equipment. I've got a few things that need gluing together, and super glue is excellent for it. It's the quite viscous, high viscosity super glue, where you put a drop on, it doesn't run all over the place, it stays where it's put. Quite nice. And so, including the super glue, so only £25 worth of resaleable items and £2 for the super glue. So £27 in total. Not a busy week. However, I have done other things. I've been buying on eBay to sell on eBay. eBay flips, as you say. I'll show you those because some I got arrived this morning. Number 1, number 2. Sorry, number 2. It was upside down there. Number 3. So let's see what they are, because I ain't got a clue. I've bought half a dozen or more things, and these are the only things that have arrived up to now. So number 1 is another bag. Fair enough. And inside of this there's a camera. That's nice. It's actually in better nick than it looked like it was in the video. eBay photos, not video. It's got a battery and it's got a card, which is why I bought it. Let me just check. I'll tell you how much I paid for them. Purchase history. Laptop's down there, you know. So this cost £14.99. It is in good nick. There's a slight dent there in the front panel. Oh yeah, there's dents around the lens as well. I'm not sure that it's working. We'll see what at least the write-up says. Parts are not working. Listed as parts are not working. Can't test if it works. The battery compartments looks clean and corrosion free, but I don't have a charger. Fair enough. Let's have a look. It's got an Olympus Li42B. That's a £10 plus delivery. Maybe only 8, maybe 9. Anyway, I've sold one recently. And the card is Fujifilm XD 512-ish. So that's a £23 card. And then maybe the camera will work, maybe it won't. I could sell it with the battery if it charges up. But if it doesn't work, it's not a big deal to me. This covers both, plus a little £5 or £6 on top for me. Right, number 2. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. It felt like. This is a thesaurus. I bought a few more. I'd got to the point where I was out of the 12 that I bought, 1 is completely unrepairable. 1 was waiting for something, which I've got now, the ink. I've got to get the time to paint the underside of the keyboard so that the black ink that's electrically sensitive, not sensitive, conductive, the conducting ink even, on the bottom side of the keyboard to make it work. So this one is no batteries, fair enough, not turning on. The screen is, you know, pixelated again, and we'll have a look at how much this one costs if I can find out. That was £3.98 delivered. Nice. I've sold this twice out of the 7 times up to now, and this one obviously not working, but fully working. I got £27.95 and £29.95 plus £1 for extra special delivery, not special, first class recorded. So yeah, equivalent to about £27.99 anyway. I would happily turn £3.98 into £27.99 with my soldering iron very shortly. Yeah, priority that one. And I got this one, 3. I pulled some of the tape off during my cut scene, so I know what's in this now because it's big enough that it's going to be one or the other of 2 larger ones, and they're both the same model. It's a Seiko 3500. This one cost me oh, do you know what? There's 3 3500s. So this one either cost me £8.87, £9.49 or £9.99. So that's not bad, is it? 1 or 3, you know, they're all between near enough £9 and £10. This one's got the manual, so I might well be able to get closer. Oh no, all 3 that come in boxes have got manuals that I ordered, so they're all going to be the same. There you go. I can feel it's too light to have any batteries in, but basically it's the same as all the others. Screen's gone, so I've got to repair the screen. These can be a little bit more complicated. One of the ones that I'm using the conductive ink paint is here and up here. They fail on the far side, far edges. The keyboard in the middle seems to be fine. It's around the edges where fluids, I suppose, can get in. Because it's all one piece of rubber, this. The only places where fluids are going to get in is if you spill something here and it goes around the outside of the rubber mat. Whereas here, it's going to be well protected. You might get some dirt, you might get some fluid that will dry off, but it's never going to get into the electronics underneath. Whereas here and here, here and here, you might. So that's in need of repair. Well, all of them that I ordered are in need of repair, and that's why they were cheap, obviously. But these are a £35 to £50 item. These in the box with the manual. This one's, like I said, £27. Both nice. And yeah, so I've ordered 6 more, including those 2, on top of the £109 I'd already spent. I think it was 109. No, it might be more than that actually. Anyway, it comes to, you know, about £10 each. And between those two, we're probably looking at 60. I've already had more than I spent on the original 12 back. Plus about another £9. Plus I've got like 3 or 4 more to list. And probably 5 to sell. There's already a couple listed that I haven't sold yet. So this project is going really well. Plus it keeps me from, you know, keeps me busy, as it were. You know, I've got a couple of other things coming, and one of the things I thought it might be would be a charger for that other Lumix camera, but it's only been 3 days. I ordered that on Saturday, early on Saturday morning. So yeah, fair enough. You know, it would have had to be posted that day and be certain very quick delivery to be here this morning, Monday, which it isn't. It does say, actually, I've just got notification on my little bell thing where you get a number that it has been posted this morning, which is fine. I had to pay up a bit, £11 or so, but added into the camera price, that'll be covering it, because I'll sell that camera for maybe £40 to £50. So it's not a big, I mean, it is a big chunk of that, but it's okay. I'll still make good profit on that. Don't forget the camera cost me £4. I've already listed the other one for 60. Yeah, so we'll see. I've got 2 of those 4 cameras listed for £60 each. The Sony and the Lumix FX 500, because they were both such good condition when I looked at them properly. Hardly a scratch on them. And yeah, perfect working order and all that. And I put everything that was good about the 2 Lumix cameras all into the one case. Like, it's got its own battery, it's got its own charger, it's got the 16GB card, it's got the leather case, it's got straps and the cables. So yeah, well worth the money. Hopefully that'll sell this week. It'd be nice to sell both of those this week. I've already had some good looks on it, you know, and some watches. So we'll see. I'm going to go and drop this in the computer. Also drop the photos onto the listings I've already done for those and the 2 radios, and get the wallpaper listed as well. Then I'm going to wrap stuff, because there isn't that much going out. And what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items, and yeah, should be an easy day. Well, I say easy. I've already done the photographs, so it's not been easy up to now. And then I've got these to test and check. This to list, 10 minutes at most. Well, actually, 3 minutes to list and maybe a few minutes to format. Get listing. Do that with the like button thing if you can. It really helps. Anybody new who is enjoying it, just consider subscribing. That's your lot. I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed making it. See you next week, if not sooner.